Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is 3 Buck Theater. And with Detective Pikachu just a couple days away and the reviews have started coming in, look for my RT recap sometime this week. I just haven't had a chance to make it yet. However, I'm hearing very good things about it. But one of the things that's making its way around over the course of the past 24 hours is this article, or well, I should say this interview where Ryan Reynolds effectively says that they have enough material to do an R-rated version of Detective Pikachu if they wanted to. And a lot of people are talking about it in the positive, predominantly coming back from the whole, Deadpool popularity thing. But this is what the article says. Ryan Reynolds admits R-rated lines were recorded for Detective Pikachu, which makes a lot of sense. Right. We did see a little bit of this in regards to John Mulaney and Spider-Ham with Into the Spider-Verse, where they did, this being Sony Animation, did release the audio of John Mulaney not really in the voice of Spider-Ham because it was his voice, but doing the lines and then dropping F-bombs and everything else. And it was really, really, really funny and kind of helped sell arguably the authenticity of the performance. Now, it says here that, as you might have noticed, Ryan Reynolds is currently doing the press rounds to help promote Detective Pikachu. In a lot of these interviews, he's revealed how he tested out different voices and even channeled the foul-mouthed Marvel character Deadpool, which makes a lot of sense. He actually tried doing more of a cigar chomping Columbo, that he tried these different voices for Detective Pikachu, and the producers are like, no, we don't want that. We want you, Ryan. We're just producers standing in front of a boy asking him to be himself and to not be a jackass. But again, Ryan Reynolds kind of needs that chicanery in order to be able to produce highly entertaining content. Now, during a recent interview with comicbook.com, Reynolds elaborated on the recording process, explaining how he was in the recording booth for about a year with tracking dots all over his body, throwing 800 versions of a line or a joke up against the wall. While some of the language was a bit PG-13, other times it was closer to an R rating. Obviously, maintaining the family-friendly image of Pokemon was the priority, so these lines didn't make the cut during the editing process. If Reynolds was able to make a more mature movie with Pikachu, he'd likely continue on with the film noir theme, recreating classics such as Mean Streets or Goodfellas, and of course, just making it Pokemon-based. Now, here's the thing. Warner's and Legendary should 100% capitalize on this for a multitude of reasons. One, the movie is looking to open anywhere between $70 to $90 million this weekend, which is no small feat. However, I do believe the movie is going to do better as time goes on, but that's still a pretty decent haul here in the United States. Pokemon is an old school franchise. We're talking 20 plus years. So the people who played when they were kids are now adults who probably enjoy Deadpool. I myself was 17 years old when I went and saw Pokemon the first movie on opening day, first show, back in 1999, and I only kind of half remember it because I was drunk. My buddy had snuck in alcohol, and we were the oldest people in the room that weren't parents. So of course we did what we felt we needed to do, which was get hammered during a kids movie because we were responsible teenagers. And then of course I had to sober up and found myself on the news. That was fun. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get to here is that people like me, who 20 years ago saw Pokemon the first movie, are now in our mid to late 30s. And we're adults and we enjoy raunchy comedy. We enjoy raunchy humor. We enjoy these kind of scenarios. So what if Legendary and Warner's decided that they wanted to put out some of these audio clips of Pikachu swearing? But here's how you do it. You treat it like the Once Upon a Deadpool situation where you bleep out certain words, or you bleep them out. Imagine how funny that would be if some of the jokes Ryan Reynolds put into the film that were R-rated, that had swear words in them, were just all of a sudden bleeped out, like the really offensive words were just bleeped. It would arguably turn it into something akin to the earlier seasons of South Park before they could basically just say whatever it is that they wanted. I mean, those bleeps add a lot of comedic value to these types of properties. And it's one that old school Pokemon fans would find a lot of humor and fun with. They would find a lot of entertainment value with seeing this type of hard R cut, although it would be hard R but edited for television sort of thing. I think there is a marketplace there for these types of films. Now, granted, are they going to do it? No, of course not, because I don't run things, and obviously they know better than someone like me, but I've often floated the concept of two different versions of movies going to theaters. What you have is you've got your matinee shows, right? Your afternoon and everything else shows, and those are for the kids. That's the PG-13 cut or the PG cut. Then as the sun sets and it hits 7 p.m., it's time to put away the fucking puppets, and out comes the R-rated cut. And when you have the R-rated cut with all the extra swear words and blood and gore and boobies, all of a sudden you're catering to a different audience. And there are going to be people out there who might take their kids to go see a movie at the matinee show and go, you know, that was pretty good. I kind of want to see what the other version has. And then they go see that. So you might find yourself doubling up on ticket sales, which is going to be one of those things that could actually work out pretty damn well. And if you ask yourself, but how would they accomplish such a task? How would they be able to actually facilitate this? It's very, very, very easy. All theaters, well, the vast majority of theaters these days are all freaking digital. All the movies come on a hard drive. You know, that's all it is. They come on a hard drive, and that's that. You upload it in there, you hit the button, it plays. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Now, the thing is, you got to make sure that you don't run the R-rated version when the kiddies are watching, but the likelihood of that happening is pretty high because mistakes like that do happen. But I do feel that something like Pokemon could kind of lead the charge for something like this. Imagine the last showing of the night, the 9:30, 10 p.m. showing being the R-rated cut. How many of you would go and see this? Hell, I know I would go and see this. I'd call my sister who lives 100 miles away and be like, we're going to see the R-rated Pokemon. And she would be like, hell yeah, let's do it. And so would a lot of people. This is where we're going to find ourselves with these properties from the 80s and the 90s, these children's toys that were in the 80s and the 90s coming back around, that are getting these reboots and these remakes. Some of them, they go for more of a raunchier take because that's what the audience now wants. The audience that grew up with them want. But other ones play it kind of safe. And from what I've read about some of the reviews of Detective Pikachu, it does play it kind of safe. So why not mix it up a little bit and at least release maybe a cut on home video for the older adults in the audience that kind of want to get their freak on by listening to Pokemon swear. I mean, that'd be pretty damn funny, to be fair. It'd be pretty damn funny. But anyway, I leave it to you, your thoughts, your opinions. Let me know down in the comments below. Please toss a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.